Hi, I'm Wade Wilson. I am a sexy mercenary who gets paid to beat up bad guys. I really, really, really like cocaine. Most definitely. Dopinder fooled me. He told me that it was a cocaine meeting, but no, he lied. My sober date is April 20th, 1969. Yeah.
I am Tony Stark. Um, what brought me here today? Oh, gotcha. Okay. Because I was losing and have been losing control of myself for many years, and I thought that I could just toughen myself up and be better or be stronger, but I found that I needed some tools, and the tools that I get come from treatment. And as of lately, um, only as of lately, I've been able to see the tools for what they are and implicate them in my life. Uh, Before, I would just manipulate treatments and programs to get through them. And at this point in my life, I'm actually trying to help myself by help of others. Alcohol is my drug of choice, but I've done many. Yeah. Um, Christmas was my sober date, so whatever that makes, about 100 days. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Bruce Banner, a scientist who was exposed to gamma radiation, and I'm here today because I've recently been having trouble with looking into an enormous screen thing whenever I'm angry. Evidently not. Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, the BSC.
on when I'll let you continue if you'd like to.
I was just waiting for you to call on
Oh,
us.
okay. Okay, so how about you go first with this one?
Okay, so what triggers my strongest craving is anger, like if someone insults my heritage.
That would be a good And how about
I put anxiety. That's my biggest trigger.
you?
It took me a minute to think about it because there's many triggers, but my biggest one that usually went straight to use would be anxiety.
The kilo of cocaine I stashed next to the cure for blindness, and my blind old lady roommate who constantly talks about cocaine.
Roommate that lives in the house that has the same thing. Sense. All of them are figures that we would definitely have to look at. So number two, I actually asked, what's something that you really notice? What's a subtle trigger?
Was that one for all of us? So for me, some subtle triggers are like mild annoyance, like show tunes.
So would that watching TV?
Well, like if someone's playing show tunes on loop all day long.
Yes, I do. I put scents, like smells. Not in general. There's certain ones. Like, excuse me, fresh cut grass always makes me think of a beer and makes me feel like I need one. Because in my early teens, when I started my addictive behavior, I would be mowing the lawn and I would be all hot and get an ice cold beer, and it was very euphoric. So, and that's just one example, but there's many scents that cause me to feel like I need to use.
I consciously.
We're gonna try to recognize develop strategy their ability, which is and I think with getting there on number three, which is what can I tell myself about creating an what can you say about your
Well, I can tell myself that I'm not a big hit at dinner parties if I just go around turning into a monster and smashing things up. So I've got to stop that behavior.
that works? I have to give my
Really would.
I don't need something about it.
I put remember the consequences and remember the bliss of being sober and well minded. Yes. And the reason I put the sense of bliss and being well minded, because as soon as I have some sort of trigger thought about using, I automatically have a thought of euphoria. So for me, a stopper would be to remember the consequences that have been attached to a lot of my negative usage, and then to remember the bliss of being well-minded and sober.
Times when I was or I am able to resist the craving to do that. So able to not do that anymore. And thought of me being able to
And innocent people might have been in danger. I remembered to calm down.
others they need
Yes.
I put um, well, what can I tell myself? Is this number 3?
this is number 4.
That's
so
what.
like but able to resist the craving. So what would be
Yeah.
an example of something?
So when I get a craving, and in order to resist it, um, I have a talk with myself about everything associated with the negativity surrounding the fact that I am an addict. Normally, I would romanticize the usage to the point where I would just do it. Instead, to the contrary, um, I think about all the negative, and it helps. Yeah.
My mission that you can experience physical and touch.
So music. Talking to yourself. So what might be some additional rituals when you have
Deep breathing and counting to 10, assuming those don't just make me more angry.
I agree. Breathing is huge, and taking a moment to think. And I also agree. Well, I also think reaching out. Um, there's plenty of people in recovery that are willing to help.
My surroundings and find a new roommate plus cognitive my craving.
Anybody physically is. I hope that everybody can understand that it's very important. You might not realize that you're dealing with something that someone else wrote, but you can actually turn it around and see that you have actually dealt with craving before. And it's nice to change that first. You're going through, which is kind of
For me, as in the same thing I've learned over the last couple months in my sobriety, I've just learned to look at the tools I've been given, and it's time to put them in play.
Well, I have forgotten the question. Well, I have learned that some people really need to be less gullible about cocaine parties. Not really.
So where's the cocaine?
There's no computer.
Good answer.
I have no questions.
You made it through.